Welcome back to the BlaqSkooz Show. You just had a great conversation on the sellout. Now let's dig into this N word being called the N word. I'm not gonna, if you look at all the videos, I don't condone violence, but nothing excites me more than to see somebody get the pause put on them for playing with that N word. People take it out of context, and they gotta understand people be dead serious. It was a video circulating this week with a young lady in the store. Oh man, she had hands. If she would have connected on that first jab, it wouldn't have been no more. But like I said, I don't condone violence, but some stuff is, especially at this day and time, I think we're on edge, and some things are not going to be tolerated.
So, what do you think? Like the consequences of her anger? Like we all are angry right now. I sent that picture to you yesterday, and I was watching TV, and I pressed pause. One of my stream things I was watching, and then the N word just popped up like 50 times to scroll across my screen. I'm like, what the? I immediately got upset.
Yeah, that was crazy.
We gotta learn how to, pause on throwing the pause for real, because it might be a setup though. They know how upset that word. They know how upset that word makes us.
Yeah, people trying to trick you on the streets. But to me, I think judges, juries, or whoever you have to face have to understand the magnitude of that word. You built that word. You built it. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like the conversations we have about black on black crime. You build something and then you look at it like, why is like that? You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, we gave that word power.
Yeah, well, if that's what
was
done to you.
First they did, and then we took it to a whole nother level, because that word didn't come out of the sky. It originated is a Latin term, Niger. It means black, dark, ill, omened, pitch dark, pitch black, unlucky. So it came from somewhere.
From Africa with the Negrus, Negrus. So
that's the thing, though. Like, who knows where it came from? But it had an origin, though.
It was a buildup, right? So
yeah.
You got to think, and they use that word as part of oppressing people. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? If somebody calling you so, it's like kind of like if you're growing up, you have a nickname like Stinky or something like that. You get what I'm saying? And they just keep using it and using it and using it. And you get to a certain age, you like, y'all need to stop calling me that.
Stop calling me that,
right? Yeah. You need to stop calling me that, and I assure you, if Stinky start fighting people, some people probably gonna call him, but majority of people probably gonna stop. So, and I don't think it's more of we gave the word power. It's more of they used the word too much to, hold us down and hold us back.
It's crazy how you said that whole nickname thing, because I remember when I first got to the great Virginia State University.
Yes, you.
My homeboy Reds gave me this name. We gonna call you Big Lucky. I'm like, man, don't call me that. It sounded right to me. I said, nah, I don't want to be called that. And then people kept calling me that, right? And then the right person called me that, and it sounded good. It came from somebody that I wanted, right? So it stuck to me. It stuck me to the point where people still call me that now, but I'm at the age now where I'm trying to like transition out of that. Don't call me that, call me my real name. People have nicknames, but when I say we gave it power, meaning we took something that was so negative and then we used it in terms of endearment,
Yeah.
So that's when I said we gave it power, meaning we took a negative and turned it into a positive, but then we did it so much to the point where we didn't want certain people to use it the way we used it. I'm not just gonna say white people, because I've had friends that were white and I didn't care if they were saying that, like if we around each other, they didn't want to call me that. Like they was on some joking, like I would joke with them with the other words that we use for people.
We can't even play like that. My daughter go to private school and I tell her, yo, that's a no-no. We don't even think about it. I don't even want to hear when if even the rapper say it. No, don't say it. That belongs to us. No, don't say it. And I don't know if y'all seen the video when a guy talk about certain words are meant for certain circles. And he said, you know, my wife call her friends call each other bitches all day. You think I'm gonna jump in a conversation? Jump in a conversation and use the B word? Like, no, that's for them. That's for them to do.
So do you think we should just eliminate certain words, period? Because I remember back in the days where, what's her name, Delora Tucker, you know, she's going to rampage with Tupac. Anybody in hip hop that was calling women bees and, you know, and y'all shouldn't listen to that music. And I get what she was saying now. I got it back then, but it was used so freely back then, calling girls bees and hoes and niggas and all that. Those words were so freely used in the hip hop community that it was accepted, you know, and we got on her, calling her a sellout because she got on Tupac for saying those words. So
yeah, that was right.
It's crazy how we flipped the script on her.
But you got to think, back then, we were young, though. We were kids. So a kid, anybody's a sellout off of anything. You're not even really trying to process it. It's like, if you're not doing what I'm doing, you're a sellout. You know, as a kid, that's just pretty much how you think it. You're not even trying to process nothing. You in your environment, you know, y'all enjoying the music. It's like, get out of here. You know what I mean? Because you're not here with us. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's
Right.
but I totally understand it. But I think people should have the right to reserve certain words for them. I truly do. Like, you know, you'll hear a person say, you know, trailer park trash. And if people in the trailer park like to be called that amongst themselves, and they ask me to say, look, please don't call me trailer park trash, I could accept that. I could accept that because I'm not from that, or I'm not, like, if they say you needed to be Caucasian or whatever, you know, or even there was a black trailer park. It's kind of like gangs, right? I can't just walk up on somebody's set and be called whatever names they call themselves because I'm not a part of that. That's what I mean. I think some stuff should be reserved for certain environments. And I think classically, you know, and that's a whole nother conversation I know we probably have, you know, do we need to, you know, pretty much eliminate the N-word? Because that's a whole nother topic or a whole nother conversation. But, you know, I think for now, some stuff should be reserved for you and whoever is in that environment with you, or, you know, it was ever, you know, if you're in a book club and y'all the readers, you get what I'm saying? And you like, people shouldn't call, you know, that's just a general word, but if that's the name that y'all want to call yourselves, and somebody walk in and be like, hey, you know, read a B, you're like, no, don't call me that because you're not a part.
I mean, but you got, there's a lot of words now, though. You can't call a black person a monkey.
No,
a coon. There's a lot of words now.
Them are words that has been used to degenerate our people. That's why.
Right.
It's not like, you know, you never ever heard somebody say, yo, don't call me homeboy. You get what I'm saying? Something like that. But, you know, if the word was...
I'm going to speak on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way you say it, though. Like, people get so offended, though. Like, if like a white person came, what's up, homeboy? You like, yo, you look at him like, even though he didn't say the N-word, like, yo, what are you trying to say? Like, it's crazy how, I ain't gonna say we're sensitive, but
I see what you're saying. You think you're trying to clown
think
me.
It's a problem.
Yeah,
you trying to clown me.
It's a problem him saying, what's up, homeboy?
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be a problem him saying, what's up, homeboy?
Sorry, Luck said is the way he say it. You get what I'm saying? Because you're looking at him like, you trying to be funny.
What I'm saying, no matter which way he say it, if he put home in front of the boy, then that's something totally different because that's homeboy. Now, if he come to you and say, what's up, boy?
I'm talking about on the mocking part.
He could be mocking you.
The mocking me part.
See, because that, you know, that hip hop.
That's somebody you know. It got to be somebody you know.
Not necessarily.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about somebody who walk up on me like a stranger. What's up, homeboy? You play ball? Like, first of all, I don't know you like that.
I don't get offended by the N-word no more.
Huh?
Nah, I don't.
So you telling me if you was on a train in New York City, and a Caucasian gave you a strong N-word, you wouldn't feel a way. You would just eat that. And
this is on my kids. I'm gonna tell him thank you, and I'm gonna walk off.
Say that again. Say that again because I think Your mic came across a little digitized. Say that one more time.
I said, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I said was I would say thank you very much and walk off the train. Because 99% of the time, if I strike him, number one, I'm wrong. Number two, he's white. He's red. And his bruises on him. Ain't nothing on me. I'm going to jail. Just for a word.
So,
I'm mad
so
at
you
him.
care.
You
care. You just will react differently.
Exactly.
So you do care.
I'm definitely not. Yeah, I care, but I'm not going to react in force. I'm not reacting with force.
I think homeboy down there got charges, y'all. He got priors. Well, Ho said can't even swing on a in Memphis and Sue. Yeah.
But I mean, if we don't want people to call this, then I think we should just eliminate the word altogether.
I agree.
I don't think we're not at a place where we can pick and choose when it's okay to say it, when it's not okay to say it. Because
you know when it's okay to say it, when your color is brown and when your people's been oppressed by the word. That's when it's okay to say it.
Even with some brown people saying it to me, I know it's not endearing. Like you can't just keep
But how can we change the word and make it for endearment when it was always back from slavery?
Because
that's what I don't understand.
They changed the ending of the word though. It's not the ER, it's the A.
It's ours. That's how you gave it to us. Now it's ours. You know, we fought through that. Now it's ours.
We pronounce it different. We say nigga. We don't say.
I don't care which way. Just don't let it come out your mouth. I don't care which way or however way. All that fancy dancy and this how I'm trying to say the word. No, you know. Again, I mean I try.
But we get offended if a white person calls Negro.
What? No, you call me by my name.
That's what I'm saying. So
call me by my name.
We're just at a point right now where we ready to strike no matter what.
You called us out. You called us. You just named all the words. You just monkey, coon, all that came from them. You think we called each other that?
They can't call us black. I ain't black. I'm African American. We ready to
hey man, look, it's like you said, look.
Can't call you African American. I ain't black.
It's all how you say it, look. Just like you said, it's all how you say it. You get what I'm saying? Because no matter what, your ears is sensitive. Because your ear, you know, like you said, we always on guard. So your ears is sensitive. Your ears is sensitive. Period. Because you could hear. I guarantee you, if you know, a Caucasian woman said that black guy did something to me, and then she said in another sentence, that black guy's cute. It could be the same exact way, but your ears probably hear it different, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. You get what I'm saying?
That's true
exactly,
too.
she could say it the same exact way, and it's like your ears and your brain going to make what it want out of it. You get what I mean? So that's it. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. But I still think for right now, we still reserve the right to call each other that and nobody else. You know, nobody else. And I know a lot of other nationalities use it, but I even look at them sometimes, especially when we in a place that it shouldn't be used. And again, this is now going into, I think it's a bigger topic, but it's certain places that if it's with us, we need to keep it with us. And it's hard to draw that line. It's a thin line, right? It's a thin line because, you know.
No, who I think should speak up on that word. He has a lot of power now. He has evolved. I don't think he will ever call himself that anymore. It's Ice Cube. You know, Ice Cube was one of the founding fathers of the group NWA.
Yep.
And he helped give that word a whole bunch of power.
Yeah.
And I think 25, 30 years later, now that he's grown and has matured and is way more educated, I think he should speak on that word, you know, because he gave it so much power. Like that group influenced a lot, like the subject matter, the things they used to rap about, F the police, and you know, they were out at the same time with Public Enemy that was like completely different than NWA. So you had two different sides of the spectrum. You had the NWA and then you had the Public Enemy that was talking about almost the same thing, but in different ways.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, one was
Right.
coming on the intellectual side and one was coming on the street side.
But I think
So I
Ice
think-
Cube was kind of, and I'm not saying he was a nerd, but I think he was kind of the whole, probably the
He went to
smart,
college
and
and all of
MC
that.
Ren. I
Yeah.
think MC Ren
Yeah.
was very knowledgeable too. I don't know. I still think Ice Cube in his circle of homeboys probably a shooter in at you every now and then. But again, I think that's the growth, being able to turn it on and turn it off, and that's a hard thing. You know, I've been in the gym with friends, and you know, and we'd be lifting weights, and it's a gym of all races. And then I just hear that N-word slip out of somebody's mouth, and I look like, yo, and they be like, oh, my bad. You get what I'm saying?
Because, yeah, and then they use that word, my bad.
Yeah,
that ain't their word either. Like,
then we get excited in conversation, and the word can slip out. So it's like, you know, we just really got to know when to turn it on, you know, and off. And I would love, you know.
So I mean, what you think the consequences? Like you were saying, how a judge should understand that I popped you because you called me a nigga. Like, I don't think that justifies violence.
Let me tell you something.
I'm talking about in the courtroom. In the streets, but
I totally understand. Again, and I'm not. Go ahead. What you said, cool?
He's pausing.
We're gonna take a quick break and come back with that topic. We're gonna come back with that. We got to come back with that topic. We're gonna take a break. This is the BlaqSkooz Food Show.
BlaqSkooz Fools.